Okay, today in this video, this is not a real interview, but it's an interview I'm going to be doing and related about gaming. So yeah, this won't be like a real interview. It's just an interview I made up. So I consider it an interview of gaming, being gamer. Okay, so in this video, what I'm going to be talking about is the stuff about being a gamer. Okay. So the first step I'm going to say is those of you out there that are real gamers or true gamers, and if you have friends or people online from being gamers, from like playing something online, and you ran into them, and if they say like you're playing you're not playing a hard game, you're not considered a gamer if they say that, do not listen to them whatsoever, because they're just mad because they ain't a real gamer like you are. A gamer doesn't mean play hard games or just play that exact game. A gamer is, if you play games, if that's what you want to do through most of your life, or if that's what you want to do part of your life, or if that's what you want to do for a living, that's a gamer. If you play games a lot, no matter what kind or what they are, and you play all kinds of different kinds, or maybe 50% of the kinds, it don't matter, you're a gamer no matter what people say. I've had a couple friends tell me that just because I didn't play Dark Souls was because I wasn't a true gamer. Well, that really doesn't matter, because I play games like Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, WWE, Spyro, action-adventure games, football. I play almost any game you can think of that are the most popular. I play Borderlands. I just got into NCAA a couple years ago on there, and I just got Major League Baseball for PS3 about 2 months ago. So I'm getting new games. I'm starting to play new stuff, even though I've been playing games for the past 5 to 6 years. Now another thing, like I said, about you, a true gamer, it doesn't matter what game or what you play. It's just, if you play a lot of games, all kinds of different kinds, then you're a gamer no matter what people say, and all that stuff. And then now another thing I wanted to talk about gamer is some people think that just because new gen consoles with the better graphics that they look, they think they're the best, and they think that that's all they need. Well, no, because if you just stay focused on new stuff and you don't keep old stuff, from what I heard, a couple people told me in this one YouTube video I watched, what I heard was, you're just going to regret it after you get rid of your old stuff and just stay with new stuff. Because, I mean, what if you get bored with the new stuff? What if you want to go back to the old stuff? I mean, the old stuff will get becoming rare in the future in about 5 to 10 more years. The PlayStation 2 console is already becoming rare. The Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 are now starting to become rare, because they're no longer making the consoles anymore. So what's out. So they are starting to come rare, and PS1s and especially 64s are already rare, and they're hard to find. And the PlayStation 2s are already now beginning, and the Xbox 360 and the PS3 is just now starting to begin. So yeah, and I mean, you look at it this way, you have new stuff, right? I know, I'm with everybody there. I would like new stuff too. But if you look at it this way, you have the old stuff still. when it's 10 years down the road, you may not play it as much as the new stuff, but you may play it every once in a while, but you're not wearing it out, and it's still going to work good. Even though it's 10 years down the road, they might be $100,000. And look at that. They'll be $100,000 down the road in about 10 to 20 years, especially the PS2 at least. I don't know about the PS3 and 360 at first, but the PS2 will for sure, and definitely the 64. But you look at it this way. You look at that. You got the console put up in your closet or whatever, and you don't play it as much, but it still runs good. You look at that. You got $100,000 worth of game console, and it still runs good, and you're going to be one of the luckiest people to have it. That's why I think you should keep your old stuff too, because you may someday want to play every once in a while. Might play the old stuff, and two, they'll be worth a lot of money, and you can't resist getting rid of it. You'll be like, yeah, I'm keeping this for much it is. You'd be lucky to have it. So, but yeah, it doesn't matter what people think. It's what you like, what you want to do, and how fun is it you think. That's what matters. And about the new gen and the old gen consoles, between graphics wise, graphics, the games themselves is what the main reason of why they look real. It's not just because of new gen consoles. New gen consoles looking better is just an extra add-on for the game, only for the console. But if you look at Grand Theft Auto 5 between the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, the graphics do look a slightly bit better on the one, but if you look at the 360 version of Grand Theft Auto 5, the graphics still look as realistic as life looks. Because it's not based on just the consoles themselves, it's based on the games going further and further and further in the future. It's not just based on consoles, it's based on games. Because, look at it this way. Okay, Grand Theft Auto 4 was only on last-gen consoles. Well, it's considered new-gen consoles because at the time they were new-gen, but so you could just consider it new-gen at the time because it was new-gen. So Grand Theft Auto 4 only came to new-gen like only PS3 and Xbox 360. It did not come for Nintendo Wii. It did not come for PS2 at the time, even though they were still making games. But it was a more future game. That's why. Now, they could have, but it's just how the graphics could not stand. But Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Xbox 360, it's like 100 times better than 4, even though 4 is still really one of the best. In my opinion, the graphics look realistic on both Xbox One and 360 of Grand Theft Auto 5, just in two different ways. Some people think I'm stupid because how I still like the 360 version, even though the Xbox One version looks more better. I tell them, I said, graphics don't always matter about a game. They don't make a game better. Well, they do, but graphics are not just one thing. Graphics is just one thing that makes a game better. It's not just the whole thing. There's things they need are DLCs to make a game better, gameplay to make a game better, storyline to make a game better, how huge open world the game is, and extra add-ons in the game like for WWE, like they have create a story and create a finisher, like add-ons like those, not like Divide, just add-ons in the game. All of that stuff is what makes games better, beside graphics. Graphics and all of those things is what helps make games better. Not just graphics. Because if they focus on just graphics, then it's not going to be that much fun. Because you won't have no DLC, you won't have, like on WWE, you won't have no create a story to create your own. You won't be able to create your own superstar. You won't be able to create your own finisher. You won't be able to switch moves from superstars. You're just playing the game and it'll get boring. Don't that make sense a little bit? Now, that's why that graphics are not just one thing to make a game better. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to be mean to you out there that only think graphics are the main reason, but you guys are actually stupid if you honestly think graphics are the only thing that makes games better. Graphics is just, they want to improve and make them look real, but graphics is just an add-on. Graphics is just an extra thing that they're doing. Because in the future of games, they will add more DLCs, they will add twice as big worlds, like in Grand Theft Auto in the future, like in the next 20 years, like probably when Grand Theft Auto 9 or Grand Theft Auto 10 comes out, compared to Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 5 will be just like a dot. Because they're going to make a huge world as the next Grand Theft Auto games in the next 20 years. See, they got to focus on also the maps of the games. They can't just focus on graphics. So, yeah, I thought I'd tell everybody that. Now, in my opinion about the Xbox 360, I still think, to be honest, that the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 still have good realistic graphics, still up to date. I mean, the Xbox One may look better, but the 360 and the PS3 still look realistic to me. Because, I'll tell you one thing. My first game console I ever had was the original Nintendo. The original Nintendo is what I used to have. I played that for like a year and a half. And all I played was Kirby and Mario mostly. And Legend of Zelda Link 2. That's all I played on the original Nintendo. And a year and a half to 2 years later, I got the Super Nintendo when I was in 3rd grade. And I played it for 2 years. And I played Donkey Kong Country, Mario again. And I played games like Speed Run, whatever it is. And all that stuff. And then 2 years later, when I was in 5th grade, or right when I started well, it was actually in 5th grade, but 2 years later when I was in 5th grade, I got the PS2, and I loved the PS2 a lot because it was so good and so realistic, and the games on it still look pretty good of today. But after that, when I got the PS2, between those two consoles, the controller, I loved it. The games, I loved it. I liked how they were on disc and they put in and like how they play. I mean, oh, it was like a futuristic console I had. And it's funny, I still got them. And then 3 years later, I started playing the Wii. The graphics were not a lot different from the PS2, but they were slightly more HD and more detailed. But I liked it. I loved it. I liked playing it. And then I had that for 3 years. And then I got an Xbox 360. And then the games were so freaking real that time. I loved my parents no matter what after they got it. Like, I mean, not like love them just for it. I mean, like, love them more. And then 2.5 years later, I got the Xbox One. And the graphics, the game looks good, but I still like all these old games. Because they're fun. I like them. I think they look real. I still think the games look real all the way down to the PS2 console. Like, I think the graphics on those PS2 games still look pretty good. They may not look as good as the 360 and the Xbox One, but they look fucking good. I'm not joking. So, if you guys are real gamers and you have problems, and you've had a few friends that has done this to you, if you're real gamers, do not listen to them. Because what they're doing is that they're just bragging on about how they can do hard games and how they think they're better than you. Is all they're doing. Do not listen to them. If that's the only game they play, or that's the only of the few they play, and you play a lot more than what they do, you're better than them. Because if you really play more games, you're better than them. So, yeah, thanks for watching this, interview, video I made, about gaming. If you guys got any questions and, have had any problems or whatever with people doing whatever, subscribe my channel, send me in the comments below, and, I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.